The U.S. military draft. Yesterday, June the 14th, 2024, the House of Representatives passed a defense bill that will automatically register young men ages 18 through 26 for the U.S. draft. So if you or somebody you know is between those ages of 18 and 26, men or women, we're going to be covering that in this video as well. You're probably going to want to see this video. I'm going to be covering the details for you of what it was that unfolded. And I've actually been sharing this with you for quite some time, as we heard back in November that there were rumors that the U.S. draft would need to come back. And that was because we had heard that if we were to enter into a war, or right now potentially World War III, that we currently have 1/10 of the reserves that we had over 50 years ago when we had the last draft in place. And currently in 2023, numbers have come out that the U.S. Army has had a shortfall of its goals by 23%. The U.S. Navy has had a shortfall of 20%. The U.S. Air Force of 10%, and the U.S. Marines are the only ones that have met their goals for recruits. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, this is 1/10 of what it was just 50 years ago. So we're going to be discussing what it was that passed yesterday in the House of Representatives, and also why this is unfolding. Now, in addition to that, just for clarification, this passed in the House of Representatives. We're hearing that this is going to be going on to the Senate, where they're saying this will likely be
approved. Likely to be approved. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, hopeful like Akim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with a quick news update on what happened yesterday as of Saturday, June 15th, which the House of Representatives, which is one of the three main bodies of the government in the United States. You have the Senate, the House of Representatives, and then the presidential cabinet, as you could say. But you have to understand that it's in the workings that it's already going to happen. So this is what's getting ready for World War III. They're giving you the spiel like it's getting voted in, like it's something that they're passing. But we understand, and everybody can read between the lines, that this World War III is getting more serious, man. And whether the average everyday Shmo Joe doesn't want to pay attention, he's being forced to pay attention to the things that are happening, because now it's affecting his kids. That 18 to 26, that's a big age gap, and that's only the first round. Soon enough it's going to be 27 to 35. Then it's going to be 35 to 50. Whatever it may be. Just like what happened with Ukraine, they were grabbing up to 60-year-olds off the street, giving them an AK, strapping a helmet on them, and shoving them to the front line, man. And that's why this soft boy era, and also on the flip side, these damn hooligans that run around with the damn straps out, thinking that they're tough guys, man. They're gonna face people that are really about that life, man. That have been hurt and damaged by the USA and its other affiliated allies, and that are really gonna give it to them. That would make these tough guys cry to their mama, man. Because Americans, speaking, to us as a whole, we have it good, man. We're not faced with bombs getting dropped over our head. I've done videos before where you got Russians stopping in traffic to let the missile batteries finish shooting off their missiles so that they can go home, man. Americans ain't doing the average commute like that, man. They ain't seeing war with their eyes, man. They hear about it. They play it on the video games. They watch it on TV for entertainment. They go to the movies, always about fight, violence, and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, man, that ain't nothing to glorify in. But now they're being forced to do it because, like you said, the United States military reserves are 1/10 that to what they were during the last draft, which was during the so-called Vietnam War. So you have to understand that history repeats itself, and these people are going to be forced to be in these predicaments to bring in that sedition among men, man. You think this soy boy generation is going to line up to go fight World War III against Russians that they know they're going to lose to? Hell no, man. So as this develops, expect to see a lot of riots. Through the spirit, you're going to see a lot of those young kids that are running around looting stores and stuff like that. They're going to go around looting stores and tearing shit up just because of the draft, man. And as your brothers, man, Lord, keep you safe and don't go, man, because we understand that everybody that goes ain't coming back. And I know I'm kind of long-winded, but I wanted to get to the point that whoever goes ain't coming back. This is 2nd Esdras 16:33. The virgins, this is young women, shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And I've read the scripture time and time again in the past, and we've read it at camp, man, because you have to understand this is happening right now. This is a prophecy for right now. It's time, when everybody's going to war, man. Why do you think they hated Issachar so much? Because they have no papers, and the Zoot Suit eras, when they were getting off the Navy ships, they're scrapping with the Issacharites because they're in the bars getting all the women, man. Because the ratio of so-called white eligible men were all drafted to the wars, man. You go to Vietnam, down to World War I, World War II, and then you had Issachar up here popping their women, coming home to brown babies, man. So this is why it's very stressful time as well in a country if they want to institute a draft, man, especially in today's society and the way that this younger generation is. Myself included, I would be considered a borderline. I believe it would be the millennials. The millennials, kids born in the early to late 90s. So this is right in our time, man, to see the end of this world in World War III. And this is just another prophecy that's coming to pass that is solidifying what we believe and have faith in the scriptures. Verse 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because once they get over there, man, they're not going to get taken care of. Man, they're just GIs, grinders, galvanized iron, just a tool. Meat in the grinder, man, to throw bodies out there. They're not there to really win a war. They just want a lot of troops in that area. Oh, boom, we lose a whole base. Oh, okay, well, we got to help our other fronts that are more successful. In a major war, they'll abandon whole battalions, whole platoons, whole armies because they need to be strategic about it and fall back and help another group. So they could perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's for us to understand, us to see these things, to break it down and give it to the people exactly what's coming, man. Because this is, if you heard in that video, it applies to men and women. So we'll see what comes of that, right? All these equal rights in women was a very miscalculated step when it comes to war. So we'll see what happens. Through the Spirit, I believe that, enough men will get all up in there and this thing will be over before they can even get through the women, because it's not going to be like Ukraine. It's not like they're going to get through the older men or the younger men, then they're going to do the older men, then the middle-aged men. No, it's going to be moving quick. But Lord willing that this lesson was edifying. Just wanted to give a news update, show another picture right here. This is House of Representatives passes bill for mandatory military registration of young men between 18 and 26. Read it and weep. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.